My name is Brain of Terror and I'm an NSO Dublin roller derby. In this video I'm going to look at tracking of scoring and trips in version 4 of the CRG Scoreboard. So here's the scoreboard. Let's say a jam is started. So down here you have your scorekeeper paperwork, which we all know and love. So let's say that black gets out and they have completed their initial trip. And what you'll see here is there's a dot. So this is similar to the dot system created by 9 Inch Wheels. And it's just saying, hey, yeah, their initial pass is completed. I need a score here. So let's say that they get 4 points. This will fade after a bit. And we'll basically automatically go to the next trip. Because if you've gotten a score and the jam is ongoing, that means the skater has left the engagement zone, and by definition there must be another score. Over here, see no initial, still the case for white. And if we stop the jam, we'll see, yep, there's a 0 there. Might turn out actually they got a point. Or 3 points. And we can always adjust up and down the most recent one. It might turn out that white did in fact complete their initial trip. So you can do trip +1 or trip -1, as the case might be, and no initial will come and go as matches that. Correct. So let's go into the next jam. And once again, so black completes their trip, gets 4 points. And okay, you can only go around the track so fast, that fades, and it's 3 points. What happens if they do actually get 0 points? Because like they remove their helmet cover or something else weird like that. You can manually advance the trip in that case and it'll put a 0. And you can undo it as well. You can even remove, go back like that. So that's a 3. So you can manually advance things as needed. Because these are all just tracking scoring trips. And then we can stop the jam. Say, oh, there's 2 points there. Oh, and they did complete the scoring trip and got 3. So that's all well and good. If you need to adjust things manually, you can click in here and say, actually, that was a 4, and close. Or actually, no, this scoring pass never happened. Hit remove. All well and good. So what happens if you don't do your trip tracking? Let's say black gets out, gets lead, you forget to press trip +1, and they get 4 points. They go around, they get another 2 points, jam is called. Now here it's saying 4 + 2, saying they got 4 points on the initial trip, which isn't possible outside of overtime jams and some very, very weird situations largely involving pretty serious officiating error. So how do we fix this small mistake? The answer is that this box here is for the initial trip. So the NI box is the initial trip, this is the second trip or the first scoring trip. So we can click on this NI box and say insert before, which will insert an empty jam. Similarly, if you've got a trailing 0 that's not meant to be there, you can hit remove, or indeed you can explicitly put in a 0 to create it. And that's how you correct that situation, and it's all the same over here. If it turns out there was actually a scoring pass, you can do insert before, that they completed their initial trip. If it turns out they didn't, you can do that, and you can also flip NI by hand, but generally you want to be hitting your trip +1 for the initial pass, initial trip, and in any other situations the scorers will take care of it unless someone somehow manages to get a 0-point trip, in which case trip +1 will handle you. And insert before. And that is how you deal with scoring and trips in CRG.